Um, this is a historic day, and we should just take a moment to recognize that. Um, I'm sure this was an agonizing, difficult decision for Joe Biden. Why? Because he's been one of the most effective, most impactful presidents of our lifetime. This is somebody that helped this country recover from COVID. He helped rebuild our economy. He passed legislation that people thought would never pass, like a gun safety bill, a massive investment in infrastructure, the biggest investment in fighting climate change in the history of the country. Um, Joe Biden has been a giant legislatively, an incredibly successful president. And very seldom do you ever see in American politics someone put the country before themselves. Joe Biden's the most powerful person in the world. He could have run for reelection. He could have beaten Donald Trump, but he judged that Kamala Harris had a better chance to beat Donald Trump than he did. And he decided to put the health of the country ahead of his own personal political ambition. That's absolutely extraordinary. Joe Biden was already going to go down as a legend, but now he's going to go down as a certified legend. Um, I endorsed Kamala Harris today within minutes of Joe Biden's announcement, as did the majority of those who served with her in the United States Senate, because we know how effective she is. Joe Biden's success has been Kamala Harris's success. I've traveled the world with Kamala. I've seen how she has helped Joe Biden restore America's image around the world. I've worked hand in hand with her on all of the major legislative successes of the Biden administration. But in many ways, Kamala is the best of both worlds because she can talk about the successes of the Biden administration, but she does represent a new generation of leadership. She is a historic figure. She would be the first woman president at a moment when women's rights are under assault in this country. I think you are going to see grassroots enthusiasm grow for Kamala Harris in the coming days. Already today, it's being reported that grassroots fundraising is setting hour by hour records for her newly announced campaign. And my hope is that she will become the consensus nominee of our party. Now, that's not a foregone conclusion. There's still going to be a process. The delegates will decide. There could be other candidates, but I'm supporting Kamala because I know her, because I think she's going to be an incredibly effective campaigner against Donald Trump, and because I know that she's ready to be president on day one. This is it's a heavy day because it's not often that a first-term president decides not to run for a second term. But Joe Biden did something that only heroes do. He showed what America first really means. Right? He showed that he is willing to put the health of the country ahead of his own political fortunes. He sees Donald Trump's candidacy as a threat to democracy itself. And because he thinks Kamala Harris has a better chance of winning, he's stepping aside and supporting her. And I'm eager to do everything I can over the course of the next several months to help Kamala, to help introduce her to the state of Connecticut. Lots of people in Connecticut know something about their vice president, but they don't know her story deeply or intimately. And I'll be traveling the state and traveling the country in support of Kamala Harris and in support of Democrats across the board. So let me stop there, Ali, and I'll be happy to take some questions.